The simulation hypothesis. Are we living in a rigged reality? Imagine you wake up one morning, scroll through your phone, and stumble on a headline that shakes your entire worldview. A group of quantum physicists claims to have found code, literal computer code, woven into the fabric of the universe. Now, before you dismiss this as science fiction, consider this: what if reality glitches? What if the strange coincidences, déjà vu moments, and collective false memories aren't weird quirks of the human brain, but signs that the system we live in is showing cracks? Welcome to the Weird and Unexplained with John. Tonight, we're diving deep into the simulation hypothesis, the mind-bending idea that we're not living in base reality, but inside an exquisitely rendered digital world, one run by something or someone far beyond comprehension. Every so often, reality falters. The clock flickers twice. You swear you left your keys on the counter, but now they're on the couch. Your friend remembers a line from a famous movie that apparently never existed, and somehow ... millions of others remember it the same wrong way. They call these the Mandela Effects, named after the collective memory many people shared of Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s. Even though he lived until 2013, whole populations recall events that didn't happen. Berenstain Bears spelled differently, Looney Tunes that never existed. Is it mass misremembering, or could it be something darker, like a soft reboot of the simulation? If our world is built on code, imagine a developer pushing an update. A line of data changes. History adjusts to accommodate. Most people accept the new version without question. But a few retain fragments of the old version, echoes of the previous build. What we call false memory might just be leftover cache data. And déjà vu, that eerie sensation that this moment has happened before. What if that's more than a brain loop? Perhaps for a microsecond, we intersect with another version of the simulation, a previous save program running just a tick behind. You get a flash of memory from that parallel instance, before the code resyncs and everything feels normal again. Then there are the impossible coincidences. You dream about a friend you haven't seen in years, and suddenly they text you. Two strangers on opposite sides of the planet share eerily similar lives. You think of a song, and it starts playing on the radio seconds later. Are these coincidences truly random? Or clues from a coded system, subtle ripples of algorithmic alignment that hint the world around us is orchestrated? If reality is caught, then what we call luck or synchronicity might just be the script executing itself flawlessly. Now, let's zoom out beyond our daily weirdness to the universe itself. Consider this. Everything that exists appears fine-tuned for life. The gravitational constant, the strength of electromagnetic forces, the mass of the proton, all balanced so precisely that even a microscopic variation would render existence impossible. Physicists call this the fine-tuning problem. But the odds that these conditions arose by pure chance are astronomical. So improbable, it borders on impossible. To some scientists, this precision suggests design. But maybe it's not the design of a divine creator in the traditional sense. Maybe it's the configuration of a simulation environment, a sandbox calibrated just right to produce stable worlds. Let's go deeper. Everywhere in nature, patterns repeat: seashells, spiral galaxies, sunflower seeds, DNA. They all follow ratios, the Fibonacci sequence. The golden ratio, mathematical structures embedded into everything that lives and breathes. It's like the universe runs on a consistent coding language, elegant and deeply mathematical. Could those equations be the source code of reality? Mathematics doesn't just describe the universe, it builds it. As physicist Max Tegmark proposed, perhaps our reality is math itself, a self-generating algorithm running within the most efficient computational architecture possible. And if that's true, then maybe the Fermi paradox, the haunting question of why no other intelligent civilizations have contacted us, finds a simple answer. We're alone because this simulation instance only loads our player base. Each universe could be its own isolated test environment with countless other runs existing, but disconnected. In other words, we don't see aliens because they're in other servers. What if the cosmic silence isn't tragic? It's technical. Let's turn to the paranormal, the domain most scientists dismiss, yet millions experience firsthand. Are they from outer space? Or are they debugging programs peeking into our instance? The way they move defies known physics: instantaneous acceleration, silent hovering, sudden vanishing acts. Maybe they're not interplanetary visitors. but intrusions from higher-tier administrators, observers testing variables or recalibrating our perception filters. What if hauntings aren't spirits, but residual data? Glimpses of older versions of reality replaying like corrupted video files? When we see apparitions walking through walls, perhaps those walls didn't exist in the last iteration. The code got rewritten, but some fragments still render. And what about psychics and precognition? Some people claim to dream the future or sense imminent events. If the simulation operates on predictable mathematical structures, then maybe these individuals unconsciously access the algorithm, the source script, reading future outcomes before they unfold. Imagine a computer running predictive code. Those who can tune into the data stream can read upcoming events like loading bars on the world's rendering screen. Seen through this lens, supernatural phenomena aren't mystical. They're technical bleed-through boundary collisions between what's supposed to be visible and what's happening behind the curtain. Now comes the uncomfortable question. If this is all a simulation, do we truly have free will? The physical world operates deterministically. Given the same inputs, the same results follow. But then there's quantum mechanics, a realm that seems random, unpredictable. Could this quantum uncertainty be deliberate? A way for the simulation to inject apparent randomness, so the players feel like they have agency? Or is quantum randomness itself an illusion? A clever line of code designed to obscure the deterministic engine underneath. Some physicists already speculate that the universe has a finite resolution, the smallest possible unit of space and time, like pixels and frames in a digital display. If true, that suggests our world has rendering limits, just like a video game. Reality isn't continuous, it's quantized. And that's exactly what you'd expect in a simulated system. Then there's synchronicity, when events align with profound meaning. You think about an old friend and they call. You quit a job only to receive a better offer the same day. Is it fate, or is something adjusting the variables? Carl Jung thought synchronicity revealed the interconnectedness of mind and matter, but under the simulation lens, it might reveal administrative guidance. The system could subtly influence outcomes, nudging us towards specific paths, balancing probabilities, keeping the narrative coherent. If that's the case, fate isn't destiny, it's code execution. Maybe the choices we make are calculated outcomes of our past variables. Even rebellion, choosing differently, might already be algorithmically mapped as part of the illusion of choice. So, when you decide to take a different route home, maybe you're not breaking free. Maybe the simulation just renders the new path faster than you can tell. Now for the final twist. The what if that keeps philosophers and physicists up at night. What if we actually prove the simulation is real? There are experiments underway right now, from analyzing cosmic radiation patterns to detecting potential pixelation at quantum levels, all searching for computational fingerprints. If scientists discover unmistakable evidence of artificial structure, the implications would be staggering. Would people riot? Would religions reformulate? Would governments suppress the discovery to preserve control? Or would humanity finally confront the question that has haunted it for centuries? Who made us, and why? If the simulation is real, it raises profound ethical questions. Are the players inside aware? Do their experiences matter morally? Would turning off the simulation be equivalent to mass extinction? And then, of course, there's the next step, contact. Could we communicate with the creators? Would it be through mathematics, meditation, quantum entanglement? Some experiments suggest consciousness itself might interact with quantum systems. So maybe the key to contacting them isn't physical technology, but mind alignment, tuning our awareness to the frequency of the architects. But here's the most unsettling possibility. What if they don't respond because they've already left? Maybe we're alone in our simulation. Or worse, maybe we're just one of billions of test runs, all observed, compared, and discarded when the data is harvested. Every emotion, every conflict, every love story, a line in a cosmic script, auto-playing across countless servers in infinite combinations. And yet, maybe that's not bleak. Maybe the meaning isn't in escaping the simulation, it's in playing the game well. Creating art, forming love, experiencing wonder, all still feel real. Because to us, they are. After all, in every great story, the power isn't in whether it's fiction, it's in how deeply it makes you believe. So maybe that's the truth of our existence. We are stories being told inside an infinite engine, We dream, we struggle, we discover. And in that process, the simulation learns. If reality is rigged, maybe the trick isn't to expose it, but to understand it. To find wonder not despite the illusion, but because of it. After all, everyone loves a good mystery. And maybe we're living inside the greatest one of all. Follow for more from the Weird and Unexplained with John.